Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to see how a commentator manages to completely outplay professional poker players and walk away with a massive pot.
Yes, I call.
Oh! In the affirmative.
I'm all in.
He's gonna shove with Jack 10. Call. And Benny with an ace 8.
Mike needs to improve in order to keep this heads-up match continuing.
Have to draw it again, Vince.
Mike here with about 3 million.
I can't watch.
Benny about 16 million. Vince cannot watch. The intensity too high.
This is the last time I'm going to ask to draw out in this tournament. Oh, man.
This be the call of the night and turn all the momentum around for him.
Very tough spot.
The antes are 25. The blinds are 1 and 200,000.
Well, it's my highest finish ever in the World Poker Tournament, whatever happens.
That's good. Good accomplishment, either way.
So I moved up from third to second, at least.
Last time was third place, was your highest?
Yeah, I finished third.
Mike looking on the bright side already. Gonna make it 400,000 to go with ace 9 of spades.
Benny with 8-4. Of hearts will make this call, though. Going to our first flop. It's an ace 9 queen, 2 pair for Sexton.
This hand perfectly shows why, even if you've watched countless poker tournaments, it's still incredibly difficult to read a professional player when they're bluffing.
Going for the flush right here. 10 of diamonds on the turn.
Now, on a texture this wet, I'd like to see Mike make a really large bet because there are lots of ways his opponent can have a pair plus a draw, be it flush or straight draw. So I think about 1.2 million would be good here. And Mike has bet, but it's 800,000, so a little bit small there.
He wants to get this guy in, perhaps. Thinking that's the right amount. Benny, of course, with a lot of possibilities. Makes this call, hoping to hit his flush. Let's see if he does. Nope, 8 of diamonds.
Well, 4 to a straight, and the backdoor flush draw is completed there. So Benny has bottom pair, but you see him thinking here, and I think he might turn his hand into a bluff, Vince.
That's the only way he's gonna win it, he knows that. Whoa, he's got the chips out, he's gonna do it.
He's betting about half pot here, just under, and this could work out for him. This is a very difficult spot for Mike.
Well, Mike with aces up after the flop. But now all the guy has to do is have a jack in his hand to beat you.
Wow. Oh, man.
This be the call of the night and turn all the momentum around for him.
Very tough spot.
You could have had them all here.
It's hard to imagine that Benny would be betting a worse 2 pair for value, so he essentially has a jack or nothing.
You could have been wearing a crown.
Oh, Mike's gonna lay it down. What a great bet by Benny. He pushes the best hand away. He earned that pot completely.
Maybe I'm on a free roll. You sure got them all if you'd ever bet earlier.
The set?
Said you'd have got them all if you'd ever bet earlier in that pot or ever raised me.
When Mike says you would have got them all, you saw a little smile escape the side of Benny's mouth right before he put his poker face back on, and we know why.
Great play that he didn't push it on the 4 flush. Otherwise, Mike does double up in a huge way. All right, moving on. King, queen versus 7-5. They both got a piece of it. Of course, Benny, top pair of queens.
Benny is considering whether he can get away with another bluff, but this time he decides to play it safe.
You can see it. You can see the frustration on his face a little bit.
Sure. Ace of clubs on the turn.
It's an interesting card. 3 clubs out there. Benny has second pair, the nut draw.
They go check, check. Oh, and look at this. A great card for Mike. Hitting 2 pair. A 7 on the river.
Almost no outs. Just slams the one he needs.
Now he's putting in a value bet 800,000.
Now, this is interesting, Vince, because if Benny decided to turn his hand into a bluff, I don't know that there's anything Mike can do. He has like the ultimate bluffing hand here. He blocks the straight, he blocks the flush, he blocks 2 pair combinations, but instead he's gonna fold, and that is a good fold, but just always interesting to think what you could do instead of the choice you made.
Go, Mike! Go, Mike! Go, Mike!
And there's the beautiful tuba. enjoying watching Mike Sexton, along with the gorgeous Caitlin at the Dr. Pepper bar. And that was a nice pot for Mike. He really needed that, trying to take control of this heads-up battle. Mike knows he's up against tough competition here. Can he ride out the storm? Actions on Mike. Gonna call with an 8-6. Benny with Jack 3 of clubs. Content to see the flop, but the flop is a 6-6-3. Mike Sexton, 3 of a kind.
The perfect flop for Mike here. Benny's gonna fire out 200. Ooh, I think that's the first play I've seen from Mike today I really don't like.
He just didn't want the aggro. He'll take the pot. Maybe not as big as he wanted, but it'll work.
All right, Mike with a 6-3. He's gonna limp the button. Benny with an 8-6 is gonna check this one out.
Couple junk hands, and here we go. Flop is an ace-7-5.
Now, both players make a straight draw, and a 4 could be a tournament-ending fiasco for Mike were he to catch it.
Mike's betting 200, and it's getting called. Going to the turn. No one gets there. Queen of diamonds.
Benny checks. Mike, I like that he's betting for a second time here. He really doesn't have any showdown value. And that queen could make it difficult for a 7 or a 5 to call a second barrel, but Benny, with his open-ended straight draw, is gonna go to a river here, so an 8 lands. That gives Benny a pair. So he checks over to Mike, and Mike checks back. So Benny gonna take this down with a pair of 8s. Mike says, yeah, you're good.
And you can't blame Mike for trying. Gave it a big effort. Shot 2 barrels at it. Just didn't work out.
At the beginning of the hand, Mike is clearly dominated by Benny, but in poker, the balance of power can change at any moment.
Yeah, it's never fun to lose most of the pots you play heads up. It just starts to feel a little hopeless.
This time, Benny Chin is going to raise with a 9-8 to 400. Mike with king 7 of clubs, quickly making the call. And the flop is a 10-9-5, 2 clubs, 4 flush for Mike.
Mike notices that Benny starts tightening up his play and tries to bait him with multiple checks.
Let's go. Ooh.
Caught the flush, they both check. 5 on the river, pairing the board.
Well, Benny checked back this flop planning to call some bets, but now on this river, he loses to just about everything but a bluff. He loses to trips, straights, 10s, queens, flushes.
Well, Mike's bet 500. Mike's begging for a call. Giving back some of those chips, but no, he escapes. So Mike Sexton trying to ride out the waves here in Montreal.
You never make a bobble. You never make a bobble, do you?
I make a few bad moves.
Not going Sexton's way so far, but still has plenty of room to make a comeback here.
Right now, Mike with a little suited connector. And he's going to raise with it, make it 400,000. Benny Chan with ace-10, though.
After a long period of cautious play, Benny suddenly switches gears and becomes much more aggressive, attempting to pressure Mike into folding.
Mix up how they play these kind of spots, and Benny wants to make it 1.1 million to go.
Yeah, he's going to put the pressure on Mike.
I think Mike's a little too shallow here to go to the flop with 5-4 suited. Can't really make top pair with that type of hand, but it looks like he wants to peel, and so we will go to a flop.
He's going to gamble, hope to get lucky. Here is the flop. It's 8-6 deuce, good for Mike.
Yeah, that's a great flop for Mike. Any 3 or 7 for a straight. He also has backdoor spades, plus Benny is whiffed here, so I expect him to make 1 bet, and if he doesn't find something on the turn, he'll have to shut down.
Benny's bet $1 million. Mike Sexton liking that flop, making the call, hoping to connect here. Let's see if he does. No, in fact,
no.
Benny connects.
Oh, no. I mean, that is all kinds of Benny's card. How does he want to play it? Oh, check. I like that.
Just gonna hope that Mike bets at it. And, oh boy, yep, Mike's taking a stab.
Well, I like Mike's bet here. He only has 5 high. He's got a lot of outs. Often your opponent has ace high or Broadway cards that are forced to fold this turn, but unfortunately for Mike, this was actually the perfect card for Benny.
All in.
And then Benny coming over the top. Just torture Mike just a little bit more.
Man, Benny has played this perfect.
Well, he hit the card even more perfectly.
I could have checked here, I guess.
I like that Mike has bet here, but now I believe he's forced to fold, and he does not have the odds to call for his straight here. Plus, he'd be putting his entire tournament life at risk. So, Mike in a very difficult spot. Oh my goodness, this is gut-wrenching, Vince.
Sometimes you do everything right, but it still backfires. That's what we're seeing right now. Mike melting away.
Well, do I feel lucky?
Don't start that. Finally getting away from the hand.
And very reluctant fold from Mike, but it was the correct fold.
Crowd just silenced.
Nice hand.
Oh, that's killer. You must have lost $3 million in that pot, right?
Yeah. 1.1 more. 3.5.
Ah.
So he's down to 4 million.
Guy's been out here for 15 years. You see him going for the title and everything just not going his way.
Now our blinds are up though. We were playing 125, 250. So Mike running out of room.
And Mike with ace high, gonna disguise the ace with just a call. Benny with a 10-7, and the flop is a queen 8-9. Good for Benny as he open-ended straight draw.
Not much here for Mike, so he checks back.
Turn card, another queen.
Okay, so Benny picks up a flush draw to go along with his straight draw, and Mike really doesn't have anything here.
Benny's betting 250, and Mike,
Kind of surprised by that call. I mean, there's not much happening here for Mike, and it's very easy for your opponent to have a better hand or bluff you out on the river, so...
6 on the river, makes Benny a straight here.
I mean, that is the best possible card for Benny. An offsuit 6, and he's gonna bet 600,000.
Get a hand every time.
Mike has to lay it down.
Every time you got it.
Running good.
Mike Sexton running up down escalator right now. And Benny with 17 million. Mike just dribbling away with 1.8 in chips.
After this hand, Mike desperately needs strong cards to force an all-in, but unfortunately, they never come. He folds instantly, hoping the next hand will give him a better opportunity.
WPT Champion up in smoke.
Gross, 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 gross.
All in.
Benny all in for...
At this point, Mike's only remaining option is to embrace a gambling-style strategy.
Let's gamble.
Yep, he's going to do it.
All right, that's a good call by Mike.
Oh,
No 9.
man.
Got the 2 overcards here, trying to hold up, get back into this heads-up match.
Suit it.
I must say I didn't expect to see that hand on him.
Crazy things have happened. Benny's running so good.
Makes me think he's been bossing me around too much.
Can Mike possibly win this hand, double up and get back into this? Here we go with the first 3.
Queen on the
Yeah!
flop.
He hits a queen. Mike Sexton hits a queen. Whoa. Little reprieve so far, going to the turn.
There it is. Mike will lock up this pot with a deuce.
Mike will take it and double up. Could this be the beginning of a complete turnaround for Mike? We will see. And the blinds are going up to 2 and 4 with a $50,000 ante.
Benny, he's got an ace-7 here. Making it 800,000. Mike's pretty short. I'm a little surprised Benny didn't just shove on him. So Mike will make the call here.
So ace-7 versus 8-6, and the flop is a queen 8-7. So 8s for Mike, Benny with 7s. Mike checks, Benny checks. They both check. 4 on the turn.
That's a good card for Mike. He now has a gut shot to go along with this pair. And I like that he's betting here. He's gonna get some value. Benny stuck in this pot with his 7.
And last card is, oh no, a
Wow.
7. 3 of a kind, but Benny!
Man, I mean, Benny just living on the river so far in this heads-up match. And it's one thing to catch up, but if he hits an ace, I think Mike gets away. But on a 7, now Mike might get stuck into this.
1.2.
Oh boy. Benny trying to pick him apart. 1.2. And Mike going to the think tank.
I have not seen you bluff.
And the tricky part about this hand is that Benny checked back on the flop. And I really think that if he had some kind of drawing hand, he just bets the flop.
Check the flop. You make 3 forward on the turn?
Worse. 3 sevens on the river.
Check the flop.
He now faces an extremely difficult decision, one he simply cannot afford to lose or fold. Unfortunately, this call costs him valuable chips that he was never in a position to risk.
Oh, Mike is stunned. He can't believe what he's seeing in this heads-up battle.
Lucky.
You know, I'll give credit where credit is due. That's a really well-played hand by Benny. Flop bottom pair, backdoor flush draw. Checks back on the flop, calls 1 bet in the turn, and gets the card he absolutely needs on the river. That's how this game works. Well-played hand by Benny, but a very expensive pot for Mike Sexton. Lost about half the stack in that hand, down to around 3 million.
Yeah.
Below 10 blinds, and he is officially playing push-fold poker.
Just Benny say abracadabra, because that's magic.
Let you have one.
Just the one?
No, I'm gonna let you have a couple more, I think. All right.
Benny up to 16 million. Mike with 3 million.
You're entitled to a few.
Mike has seen it all in poker. Rarely, and I played a lot of poker with Mike.
All in?
Have I seen?
Benny senses weakness and tries to eliminate Mike from the table, but to his surprise, Mike is holding the second strongest hand in poker.
Oh my
The guy doesn't even have an ace. He doesn't have 7-6 to try and hit a weird straight. He literally has, like, the one hand that cannot win against kings.
Well, Mike with a big chance here. Big favorite. Needs this double up, and the flop is a 9, 10, 10. Great for Mike. Not over yet, though.
It's a mostly safe flop, but Benny could go runner here for a straight.
And turn card is a queen. Best Benny could do is chop.
Chop?
At least I can't lose it.
Good spot for you.
So Mike looking good, and the river card. No chop there.
3 million exactly.
Queen pairs the board. There's life for Mike.
Scores a crucial double up.
Well, hands I win, I'm all in.
All right, no more all in, that's it.
Bonds are going up to 250, 500. Here we go. Mike Sexton behind with close to 6.7. Benny Chen with about 13. Mike is going to just call, and Benny now.
I think Mike's a little short to just be calling. He's down to like 12 or 13 blinds. There's just not enough room for that kind of thing.
Benny's raised to 1.2, and Mike is going to make this call. Splash around. Pops a king, queen, 9. Good for Mike. Hitting queens. And Benny getting none of that, but making the continuation bet of $1 million.
Benny continues to apply pressure and plays more and more aggressively, completely unaware that Mike has adopted the exact same mindset.
The likelihood that you get your opponent to fold something he limp called is so low, you can just give up.
I'm all in.
Mike is going to gamble here. Hope the guy doesn't have a king, and he's right with that assumption. Mike Sexton taking that one down. It's a good one, too. Mike crawling his way back. Mike has made 3 WPT final tables. He's never taken down the championship yet. Can it be his night tonight? But look at this, Benny. Pair of kings.
It's just an avalanche of big pairs for Benny at this final table.
1 million?
He's going up to $1 million.
Mike has an ace-6. He's going to take a peek, makes the call. Big pot brewing. And the flop is a 5-4-3. Couple spades.
That's actually pretty good for Mike. He has the ace of spades to go along with his open-ended straight draw. So an ace, deuce, 7.
Mike checks.
Surprised that Benny checked there.
Jack of diamonds on the turn.
Well, no help from Mike. He still has an open-ended straight draw and an overcard. But usually when Benny has checked back, it's been with showdown value, and perhaps Mike is picking up on that because he's not going to bluff here.
This time, Benny is holding a very strong hand and wants to extract as many chips as possible from Mike, but the plan doesn't work as intended.
He wants to make a bet.
Million. Big overpair. He wants action from Sexton. Does he want to push here and take a shot? No. Luckily, intelligently, he folds the hand.
Well played hand by Mike.
I was consistent. I misplayed that hand on every street.
No, you didn't. You just losing every hand and never feels good.
Every street I misplayed that one.
Well, he's talking to himself, and now Benny Chen with close to 12 million. Mike about close to 8 million. Blinds at 250, 500. Hugely expensive. This time Mike with a king-9, and he will raise it up. And Benny with a very strong ace-queen.
I mean, this is crazy, Vince. Every hand, Benny looks down at a premium.
Oh, he's figuring out how to punish Mike even more.
Mike responds by launching an aggressive offense with a solid hand, only for Benny to strike back even harder.
And that's about half of Mike's stack. Well, not much Mike can do there. Just ran into a big hand. So a lot of the story of this heads-up match has been Benny looks down at a sweet hand. Mike pays off a little and then gets away. There you see. He won the 2013 Millionaire Maker at the World Series of Poker. A massive cash for such a small buy-in. Great way to break into the poker world. Now has an opportunity to win a WPT title to go along with his bracelet. Has a nice chip lead here, facing off against the legend of the game in Mike Sexton.
Benny then attempts a powerful move with a very weak hand, a decision that will ultimately lead to a shocking outcome.
Clubs.
Now, Mike just calls, but tell you what, Vince, Queen-9 suited plays great as an all-in. People think I'm crazy when I say that, but you run the computer and you realize just how good hands like Queen-9 and Jack-9 suited are.
Well, 10-8-6 on this flop. 4 flush for Mike Sexton, but he checks it.
Everybody connects on this flop. I mean, straight draw for Benny, straight and flush draw for Mike.
Oh, 10. No flush there for Mike.
That is not his card.
Well, he's gonna bet it though. 800,000.
Now, thus far in the heads-up match, when Benny has had outs going to the river, he has called and usually hit. He does make this call, looking for a 9 or a 5.
River card. Mike wants to hit a club. No, it's a 4 spades. That gives Benny the winner now.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Vince. I mean, yet again, the perfect river for Benny.
Mike checks.
He doesn't know how perfect it is, but he's about to find out.
Just checks it
You
down.
bet the flop I'd have shipped it. I'm sure you got me now, though.
Yep. Mike completely. Oh, man.
Look at his face do a double take.
Once again, Mike is pushed against the wall and chooses to gamble, a move that could easily knock him out of the tournament.
I'm all in.
Just gonna shove with Jack 10. Call. And Benny with an ace 8.
Mike needs to improve in order to keep this heads-up match continuing.
Have to draw it again, Vince.
Mike here with about 3 million.
I can't watch.
Benny about 16 million. Vince cannot watch. The intensity too high.
This is the last time I'm going to ask to draw out in this tournament. I'm not going to ask any more.
Come on, Mike.
I gotta know.
Yeah, he's got it.
It's a 10.
He caught a 10.
All right, 2 more cards to fade.
Now he's gonna sweat the turn in the river. Turn card, safe for Mike, 3 of spades. Mike in front, looking good, but there is one card that Benny could take down this title with.
Benny can find an ace on this river. He will be our champion.
Here it comes. What's it gonna be? 9 of clubs. That's good for Mike.
Mike Sexton gonna double up here. Back around 6.5 million.
Amazing. What are we seeing in this heads-up battle?
9 lives.
Colors back in the skin and everything, and this time a pair of deuces
All in.
gone all in.
Yeah, let's go. Ooh,
Count, please.
this is a tough decision for Benny.
He maintains the same aggressive strategy, and slowly it begins to shake Benny's confidence. Benny starts doubting not only his hands, but his entire approach to the game.
7.
All of a sudden, Benny's starting to look a little worried. He's gonna fold the hand.
Benny should be worried. Not long ago, he had Mike 10-1. Now they are drawing even in chips.
We've had quite a battle, whatever happens anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, Mike's starting to smile again. It's very unusual for him at this final table.
I think he feels like he's been given a new lease on life. He was so short, and then he was all in behind. Ooh, Benny has a big hand here. King 10 suited. He's raising it up to 1.2 million. Mike with ace deuce. Okay, let's hear those magic words, Mike. Let's go again.
There's a good chance he could shove.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
He's gonna shove.
Benny, what the hell was that? I'm speechless, Vince. I don't know what that fold was.
Well, he's on a good streak right now. Mike Sexton on a comeback. Action on Benny Chen, the chip leader with about 10.5. Benny this time with a queen 9 of diamonds, just calling.
Keep saying, Vince, Queen 9 suited is a better hand than everyone realizes.
Mike with an 8-5, content to see the flop. The flop is a Jack 10-9.
Something for everyone here. Bottom pair and an open-ended straight draw for Benny. Open-ended straight draw and a backdoor flush draw for Mike. He picks up a heart on the turn.
Yeah, they checked on the flop.
Both players check again. So let's go to a river. And it is a 7 of spades. That's exactly the card that Mike was looking for. He makes a straight on this river.
Beautiful card from him. He's going to bet 900,000 into Benny.
Sensing this hesitation, Mike slows the pace and attempts to trap Benny with smaller bets, and this time Benny falls directly into the trap.
Off. He's gonna call down here and find out the bad news.
Yeah, Mike's going to like that very much. Benny finally has a look of worry at this final table we haven't seen.
Well, after taking down a couple of pots, Mike Sexton has taken the chip lead here.
Can it be? No, it can't. It's almost impossible for what we've been seeing.
For the first time in the tournament, Mike becomes the chip leader at the table, and his chances of winning instantly double. From this moment on, Mike launches a relentless series of attacks against Benny.
Just calling.
A little surprised that Mike is limping a hand this strong on the button. I don't quite understand.
Disguising the strength of the hand, perhaps. And here we go with the flop. 5-5-6.
It's a good flop for Mike, and actually not a bad one for Benny. He does have a gut shot straight draw to a 7.
Mike bet 700, quickly takes it down. Momentum now going to Mike Sexton. He's trying to stretch out his chip lead. Can't believe what I'm seeing here. Mike's turned it around. And this time Benny with a king jack.
He's got about 14 blinds, so how's he want to play this?
All in.
Benny checks his cards and decides it's time to end the tournament in his favor, completely unaware that Mike is holding pocket queens.
Mike with the ladies.
Yes, I call.
Oh!
In the affirmative. Now, Vince, you don't see a lot of emotion at the poker table, but Mike there trying to fight a little back. I feel like I want to hold your hand.
5 cards to come.
Both these guys on the edge of their seat going to the flop.
It's a queen on the flop!
Great flop for Mike, but still 4 outs for Benny here. He can hit a 10 to make a straight and double up. But if he doesn't, Mike's gonna be our champion.
3 of a kind on the flop. Thing of beauty. Here comes the turn, ace of clubs.
No help to Benny. Still the same 4 outs. 10 and only a 10 will continue this tournament. Otherwise, Mike Sexton, your newest WPT champion.
Deuce of diamonds, it's over! We've done it!
And just like that, Mike Sexton turns the game upside down, both literally and figuratively, completing an incredible comeback and transforming from commentator into a WPT.
Unbelievable.
Mike's very tough. He's a great player. Hats off to him. Congratulations to him. I know I played my best, so that's all. It wasn't in the cards for me, so there's nothing I can do.
Let's hear it one more time for the great Mike Sexton.
Thanks, man. WPT Tournament champion, I'm coming.